Okay. I don't know
What's
what that
wrong?
was supposed to be. We're about to hit an island, though.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're
Oh my
good. You're
god!
good. I told you
Wow.
so.
I can't believe
I
that.
was gonna do a SpongeBob meme, but we actually were good.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fish Tales. I'm your host, Lando Nero. With me this week, I've got Jacobsen with an E.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Um, yeah, thanks for having me on whatever the this is. Delighted.
And the topic is D&D. Enjoy. What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Fish Tales. All right, with me this week, I've got Jacobsen with an E. How you doing, Andrew?
How are you today?
I'm pretty darn good, man. I streamed this morning, did some good
Nice.
productive school stuff this afternoon, read a little bit of W.E.B. Du Bois.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
it
know...
looks like you're about to get a fish there.
Oh, shoot. I wasn't even looking at the screen. Ah! All right, so when they pull left, you pull right. When they pull forward,
yeah.
you pull backward.
Okay, kind of like actual fishing.
Yeah.
Somewhat, I guess.
Somewhat. It's just more aggressive because this would probably break a normal line. But anyway, I think my buddy invited me over for the Super Bowl playoff games, whatever they call those. I don't really follow the whole sports things tomorrow, so.
Oh my God, my
What
line
happened
broke.
there?
I did terribly apparently with my first attempt, and I've already lost bait. Yeah. So yeah, the Super Bowl is coming up. You got a favorite team? You picking any teams? You been following this year?
No, I have not. I haven't, like, I used to work at a sports bar.
So I've worked at my share of sports bars, but since we're coming up on the Super Bowl, back when I lived in Vegas, I worked at the House of Blues in Las Vegas.
Wow,
And this
okay,
was-
learning more about
yeah.
you every second.
Oh yeah, I went to school in Vegas.
Really?
That's where I went to university.
Oh.
But what I was gonna say was, I worked at the House of Blues restaurant in Vegas. Oh my God, this fish is insane! I'm losing all
You
my
just got
lesions.
another trophy. That thing was huge.
And this was years ago. It was the Super Bowl, and it was the Steelers versus the Cardinals.
Wow. Yeah.
And I was a food runner,
Okay.
and we had to clean up after the Super Bowl, right? You know, like
Yep.
it's people are there, they're partying, it's a mess, you know, all that stuff.
Oh yes,
So-
I was a food runner last Super Bowl.
Oh, nice.
No.
I enjoyed food running a lot.
Really?
Back in the day. At House of Blues, it was nice. It was nice there, because you could make good money at a place like, you know, we're in the Mandalay Bay, like it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Oh, this shitty little fish. I want that big swordfish back. But anyway, I'm cleaning up after the Super Bowl, and I've got like this trash can that I'm rolling to the tables, and I'm throwing like beer bottles and shit away.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady comes up, and she grabs the edge of the trash can, and she starts throwing up. And she's not throwing up in the trash can. She's throwing up on the floor next to the trash can.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
And so she's just completely missing. She's just using the trash can for support, right? I'm out of leeches. I'm going with grubs. I push the trash can a little bit closer to her so that she actually starts throwing up in the trash can. All right.
Uh-huh.
So I'm standing there. I'm like I'm early 20s. Like I'm just standing there watching this poor girl after the Super Bowl vomiting. And I'm like, get one of the managers. I like tell one of the bussers, and she starts crying,
Oh.
and she starts bawling. If you hear this somehow, I am sorry for this, but you have given me a great story for many years. She starts crying, and her friends are there. They're laughing at her. They're patting her on the back, and through her bawling and her tears, I hear, and it's like, what? And her friends are like, what? And she says it again, and I hear it this time. My pants are full of pee. And I'm looking off to the side, and I just do like a side glance down, and she has wet her pants and thrown up all over the floor, and she's just crying post Steelers and Cardinals Super Bowl 43 or whatever it is, and I was just like, wow, this just happened.
Holy fuck! Wow, that's kind of a Super Bowl for you. Jesus. Hopefully, I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna get that lit tomorrow, but if someone does, I'll let you know.
So do you feel, since we were talking about Super Bowl, do you have any predictions for which of the 4 teams? You don't even know which 4 teams are going to be.
Nope.
Okay. So tomorrow. So we'll make this prediction, and it'll come out afterwards, so we can be epically wrong.
Oh, I wholeheartedly
Tomorrow we have
intend to be
Green
wrong.
Bay
Okay, go Pack, go.
against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
Oh,
and we
really?
have the Buffalo Bills against the Kansas City
okay.
Chiefs.
I have not heard of any of these teams in a really long time, except for Bills Mafia memes. And like
There
you
you
hear
go.
about the Packers all the time growing up in Minnesota. I just
Yeah,
switched
yeah,
away
yeah.
from my fucking fishing rod rip. Okay, Packers versus the Chiefs, you say?
No,
Tampa
no.
Bay.
That's a potential Super Bowl. That's a potential Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah.
It's Packers versus the Buccaneers.
Okay, I'm going to say Packers win. Just
Are
because...
you aware that Tom Brady is a Buccaneer now?
No, Tom Brady's a Buccaneer.
Yeah, that's
That
the
explains
story
why
there. It's
they're
like,
there.
yeah, Tom Brady can get another Super Bowl.
Okay, how's his defense? Because Tom Brady's useless if he just gets torn through, especially by the Packers.
Like, how's his line and stuff? I
Yeah.
mean, they've made it this far. Like, they've done pretty well.
What's the record?
It's probably the best team that, like, the offensive talent around Tom Brady's really good. He's got a lot of great receivers.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I'm kind of I want the Packers.
I want
think,
the
out of-
Packers
out of
because
the
I don't
NFC.
like Tom Brady, and I actually really do like Aaron Rodgers, but, like,
Right.
I can respect a man with talent, and Tom Brady has the numbers to
Oh,
prove it.
yeah. Yeah, Tom Brady's, like, I'm with you. I don't need to see Tom Brady win another Super Bowl,
No.
but am I really going to be mad if he does?
No, at this point, it's a legend.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
What about AFC team then, between the Chiefs and the Bills?
I'm gonna say Tampa Bay versus those two. The Bills and the Chiefs. I'm gonna say Bills. If anything, I'm voting for the fan base.
There you go. I want the Bills too. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, I like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, but I'm going Bills.
Oh, Mahomes on the Chiefs.
Mhm.
He seems like a down-to-earth dude. Ooh, fish. All right. Let us switch to weather. All right. So, Jacobson, I understand that your favorite continent, if there is such a question, is Australia. Yeah.
Well, don't hold me to that, but yeah, yes.
Yeah. There's really not such a thing as a favorite continent. You know my favorite chunk of land.
I enjoy this landmass more than other land masses.
Well, today in Melbourne, Australia, we've got 90 degrees. Also, keep in mind, this is Saturday. We've got 90 degrees, partly cloudy. Wow, really no rain for the whole week. 30% humidity. UV index extreme. Why am I not surprised? And the moon phase, in case you're wondering, is a
Yes.
waxing gibbous. Yes, a waxing gibbous,
Okay,
for those of you
okay.
that know what the fuck that means.
Waxing means that the moon is like getting larger. I don't know the gibbous, right?
Yeah, the gibbous is what's messing me up. Wow. I've never heard of a gibbous.
I think, well, I remember hearing gibbous, but I don't know what, like, God, moon phases. I don't know last time a moon phase is
So,
like shit.
gibbous means having the observable illuminated part greater than a semicircle and less than a circle.
Okay.
So I did
So
not
it's
know that there was a
heading
way to
towards the
describe.
full moon.
Yeah. Hey, thanks.
Rad. Oh, I'm just gonna have a seat here. Excuse me. Don't mind me.
That was great.
Where the fuck did you go?
I put it in your bucket
Oh, thank you. Very kind of you.
for sure. All right. Oh yeah, we did sports. We did weather. You want to talk D&D?
Fuck yeah, I want to talk D&D. Bones. Oh! I'm out of bullets! Oh!
Let's talk D&D, shall we?
Yes.
All right. Yes.
Yes. I love D&D.
All right, Jacobsen. Let's start it nice and slow, nice and easy. Favorite class, and I know this is entirely subjective, depending upon like situation and campaign and all that kind of stuff. But
That's tough. But yeah, no, yeah. I mean, you're nailing it right there. Like, what's your favorite class? It's like, I always enjoy playing a charisma character, even though I don't play charisma classes. Like, I like
Okay.
interacting with NPCs and doing that kind of shit.
yeah,
I'll say that the first class that I would have said was my favorite was the Ranger, like a long ass time ago. But I haven't played a Ranger in a long time.
but they're so useful too. Especially with favorite enemy, like if you know the enemy of the campaign and like what you're gonna run into a lot, that's super nice.
Right. Like, could you imagine, like, they did Storm King's Thunder, right? Which is, like, mostly giants.
Yeah.
Like, you understand, oh, giants will be my favorite enemy.
Yep. We did Icewind Dale, and our ranger did giants as well, and it was super nice because that was like we were trying to
Nice.
stop the summoning. I can't remember what it was called though.
Which Icewind Dale did you play? Did they just homebrew, or was it the published adventure that just came out?
50-50? I'm really not sure. I never actually asked the DM. I was just kind of there. It was my first experience with D&D, and I've only played as a character once. I've DM'd all other times I've played
Forever
D&D.
DM. Forever DM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I like to be able to like bring the game with me. But the one time I did play a character, I played a bard, and I had a wonderful time.
Nice.
My first
I
like
played-
combat encounter, I pinned a goblin to the wall and then used Mage Hand to knock the other goblin off of that goblin that he was trying to climb to get away from the fury of this tiny little gnome.
Were you a gnome, or
Yeah,
who was the
yeah,
gnome?
I was the gnome. I was a gnome bard named Nard the Bard.
Was there a G before the N?
Yes,
Something
there
came out?
was.
Yeah. Yep, I can see that. I can see that. Nice. That's awesome. That's cool. The first actual like D&D I played would have been Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and this was back when I was like in high school.
Mhm.
Our teacher ran like an
What?
adventure for us. Yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
our like the English and drama teacher, and he used to play D&D, and we were like, oh, we all want to play, so he ran this. He made up an adventure and he ran it for us, and I played. My character's name was Tyrion, and he was an Elven Ranger. Fuck me.
Skeletons.
Yes, Tyrion. It was an Elven Ranger,
Mhm.
and oh my god. So do you like this was this is old school. Like we used
Like 3.5.
Thaco. No. This is second. This is second edition. We use Thaco, which is to hit armor class 0. Like stupid amounts of unnecessary math involved, right?
Yeah.
Because armor class also went backwards. Like it started at 10, and then it went down, and -10 was like an amazingly good like armor class. to
That
have.
hurts my brain.
Oh, dude,
What
it was
did you
the
just say
stupidest
to
thing
me?
yeah, it was the dumbest thing to have to figure out. But it was very like old school D&D, and he had a table designed for like critical hits.
Okay.
And I remember like my very first critical hit in that edition of D&D. It wasn't like nowadays it's double damage, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of DMs are cool. It's like, oh, you finish off the enemy, describe how you do it, whatever.
Yeah.
But in this, like, you would get a critical hit, and then he would roll percentile dice, or you would roll percentile dice, like D100.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I did a critical hit with a longbow on, I think it was a bugbear,
No.
and it was chasing us down this hall. He's like, all right, so you shoot the arrow, and it pierces him in the jugular, and it just, blood just starts spewing on the wall. And I was like, holy shit, that was awesome. Like
Yeah.
you're a high school kid. You're like, fuck yeah, I just did this cool thing in D&D.
Oh yeah. Like there's something to be said about like doing cool shit in D&D. Like you don't actually do it, but you feel like you do because it's role playing. Like like if you get immersed, you get immersed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nard the Bard, we were traveling on some Cyclops' like magic castle cloud thing, and we were a couple of different things happened because we were there for like a month traveling all the way north to be able to do some thing with words I don't remember. Guys, I cannot kill those skeletons. I have a trophy.
You got a fish too.
Oh, they have explosive. They have 2 explosives. This is ridiculous. How many skeletons are
What
on
do you
this
guys
island?
want?
What do you want? I just don't get it. We don't have anything for you. We don't have any loot.
We have souls and skin.
Oh, you're right. You're right. The 2 things skeletons want in this world. Alright, so anyway, we were on this cloud, and during one of our like random encounters, quote unquote random encounters, a bunch of dwarves fly up on a red dragon. And the dragon wasn't there to fight, he was just kinda like, I guess he owed them or something because he wasn't there to fight anyone, he was just kinda like a fairy for them.
Right.
And we were with this like magic ogre man's who was heavily trained in the magics. I don't really know how to describe him. So I don't even remember what spell I had now. This has been so long ago. Charm person, I think. Mass Dispel, maybe?
Command.
It might have been command. But I had a spell that let me make someone do something, and I wasn't good enough to cast it on all of them. He calmed all of them. Like, he casted calm. So out of the 5 of them, 4 of them failed their saving throws, so 4 of them got calm. And 1 of them did not. So he was, like, even more enraged, because he was like, you're casting magic on my buddies! And then the ogre's turn was over, the giant's turn was over, and I just looked at the dude, and I cast my spell. He fails his saving throw, and my whole party looks at me, they're like, what are you gonna do? Like, what's going on? And I lean into the DM, and I go, jump. And the DM's like, what? I said, I'm like, jump. And he's like, oh. Okay, so the dwarf runs to the edge of the cloud and jumps off.
Wow. A dwarf to jump off the cloud.
Yeah, so he jumped off. All of them run, and they're like screaming on the way down. They're like, "Get him! Down here! Get him!" And I mean, as far as I know, he died.
Some cold shit.
Yeah, I was the only character that he let be chaotic because he knew I wouldn't fuck with the party with it.
Right. Like chaotic neutral.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, I played a good character that, like everyone else, was either chaotic neutral or lawful evil or something of the sort, right? I'm gonna take care of the skeleton.
Oh, I can do it. I don't have anything good. Oh, they're just the 1.
There's 3. They're dead.
Oh, good job. Damn.
I just went over and what is this? What am I holding right here? Hello?
Oh, that's it's like a bullhorn. You can project your voice further if you use voice chat.
Oh, interesting. I'll stick to Discord.
Yeah. That's how I yell at people when they try to kill us, though.
Right. Yeah, so I was like the only good character, and like there are 2 chaotic neutrals. One of them was lawful evil for sure. Like I don't know what everyone's like true alignment was. The other one was probably lawful evil, maybe chaotic neutral, but they were like very early on, the lawful evil bard like did a deception. He was like, okay, for this to work, we have to kill the other one. And I was the only, like, we captured these guys, and like, for this to work, we have to kill the other one. And I was as the only good character, I was like, no, we can't just kill these people. And like, we're in a city, we're in a major city, and I was like, we can't be just murderers. And one of the other like chaotic neutral characters is just like, yep, and he just pulls out his rapier and stabs the guy. I tried to stop it, and I failed, and I was just like, oh my god, everyone's a murderer. And that was like, I was always at odds with the group because they were just so chaotic or evil, and I was just like, no.
Yeah, you're trying to be the good guy.
Yeah. But it was fun. I mean, it was a lot of fun in that campaign.
It's kind of fun to be at odds with the group.
Oh yeah.
Last time I DM'd, the party frees these heads of this dragon cult, and Mandrick spends a solid, how many turns? Like 5?
5 to 10, somewhere in that range.
Just chasing this man around the city, screaming,
What color do you think my ladder should be? Should it be glossy or matte finish? I do not know!
So yeah, that was a good time. The other party members were like, "Why are you here? What's going on here? Why is this happening?" And then
No, no,
there's
no,
this
no.
little
The other
gnome
party
monk.
member was naked, asking the woman questions.
That's right. He never put his clothes back on.
No, he had no clothes on that entire interaction. And the other one tried to rob a dead body in front of that same lady.
He wasn't even dead.
No. So you're talking about chaotic parties? Our
get
entire
it.
group was
They
chaos.
they named
Oh yeah,
themselves the
like people
Armbreaker
love to lean
Clan.
into the chaos.
Oh, 100%. Everyone that they left alive after combat, they would break their arms.
You were either left alive and your arms were broken, or you were dead.
Or they would try to break your arms so many times and kept failing that they finally got away. I think that happened once or twice.
A leopard got away from me.
It's just imagining someone just like punching someone in the arm, just like trying to break it. You know, can you just imagine someone in real life just repeatedly pummeling someone's arm? Oh god, these skeletons are gonna fuck me up, and I've got a trophy.
I got him.
Ah, I lost it. God
Oh.
damn it. Fucking skeleton.
Don't you hate that?
I hate them. This is a natural segue. Next part of the conversation, talking about like people playing chaotic though. So I did. Have you ever heard of Adventurers League? It's the public play D&D. So
Okay.
like you can play that at like you know, local gaming stores and stuff like that.
Oh
But
yeah,
I went
yeah.
to Comic-Con a couple years ago, and one of my DMs, someone that's played D&D with me, one of my other friends that I play a lot with, we were like, all right, we're gonna spend this day and we're gonna do Adventurers League. We're gonna do public play, and we started in the morning with these like new characters. We went into the evening. We're like level 3 by that point or whatever, you know, after playing a couple adventures.
Yeah.
But that evening we played what's called an epic adventure, which they only do at events. And basically, the entire room is playing at the same time.
Oh.
It's a shared like D&D experience, basically, right? So like,
yeah.
there's a bunch of DMs, and they're all, you know, every table has like 6 people or whatever. But we choose a faction. Basically, we're in the city of Waterdeep. We all choose a faction, and we're all competing to get points for that faction.
Okay.
And it was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had playing D&D.
Is there ever
'Cause
like
it's
a
like-
faction war at the end?
So the way it worked is like we were trying to do tasks around this city, and we were trying to accumulate the most points for our faction by the end of it. Is the way it works.
Okay.
So it's like it's the only way I've seen like really competitive D&D. We chose a faction, and there was only one other table. There's maybe like 12 to 15 tables in this room. There's only one other table that chose our faction. Everyone else was this sort of chaotic neutral, like evil type of faction.
Yeah.
And we chose like a good faction. And us and this one other table ended up winning. We beat the majority of like these fucking chaotic fuckers.
Good.
It was so great. But I say that because we were chaotic ourselves in those games. But it was just a very good experience. It's just a fun experience of like we were accumulating these points, and we won these 2 tables, and we beat the whole room was just quiet except for these 2 tables blowing up at the end, and we were like, yeah, you guys suck. It was
Good.
such a cool thing. I suggest doing it if you ever get the chance, doing like a public Gen
Oh, that
Con or
sounds
something like
so
that
fun.
experience.
Like having a whole room playing D&D, like, are the DMs
yeah.
all like, so you have a DM at each table?
Yeah. There's
And
a
they're
DM
all
at each
in on the
table.
story.
Yeah, so basically the way it was set up is like there are these tasks that everyone had, right? And you could sort of choose what you were going to do, and you would generate points from your faction
Like a bounty
if you
board.
did it. Yeah, kind of. Pretty much. And I do remember like early on, like one of the other DMs was looking like at our table because we were having fun and we were loud.
Yeah.
And the other, like our DM was like, no, like you guys speak up. Like we're not going to be more quiet.
Good.
Like, he's like, I'm not gonna, because we were all like, we were in character and like having fun and being loud and being stupid, and it was a blast.
Yeah, you should be. D&D is meant to have fun, not like, this isn't chess, this isn't a library, this is D&D.
It's like, no, we're not gonna keep it down, thank you. But it was very fun. Like just a DM that was just very much like letting us be silly and doing that whatever we wanted and whatnot.
I think that's the best DM. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you do have to do a little like, not railroading, but
For sure.
ushering as far as it
I
goes.
I
But
don't
like, you have to
like
give the party freedom.
yeah. When I DM, I don't let like them do anything they want. But and like especially comes up with like influencing, right? Like if you roll well on influencing NPC, I was like, yeah, you'll influence the NPC, but that doesn't mean they're gonna give you exactly what you asked
No,
for.
it's not mind control. A lot of people don't realize that. Like,
Exactly.
a roll is not mind control. It's just a good argument.
Right. It's like, oh, okay, well, maybe they'll remember that for later, but they're not going to give you that 100 gold that you're asking for right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think it's a very fine line to be playing to toy with when you're DMing.
Are we just going to leave the cameraman back there on the island?
Yep.
Bye, Manric. Sorry, should I not be acknowledging that he exists?
No, that's fine. I don't even. I thought he was gonna come. Honestly.
I do not exist.
Yeah, Manric isn't real. Just so you know, Manric is a bot.
No one has ever seen me physically.
Well, I guess that's it for us for episode 2. Thank y'all for watching, for listening, whatever it is that you're doing. Hope you have a great rest of your day and your week. See you next time here on Fish Tales.